Do you remember a while ago now where Meghan Markle was at that red carpet do, we remember? And she was sort of being hoisted off that carpet because she was taking too long to pose and let people see her brand new smile, you know, the sort of thing. And then, of course, that poor woman tried to etch her away. And you could see the daggers look, couldn't you, from Meghan, as if, how dare you invade my celebrity space? Then, of course, she was interviewed by some gushing piece, I believe, from Variety or Entertainment Tonight, one of those tabloidy sort of news agencies. And she was basically saying about how they got several projects on the go. Remember that, several projects. And her husband, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, was simply, well, he was thrilled to be in the entertainment business. Now, I don't know about you, but if this is thrilled, what does depressed look like? I mean, the guy looks literally like Hound Dog, doesn't he? He's so bored, so literally out of his comfort zone. And what would he know about the entertainment business? You know, he's been reared to do something completely different, something, of course, that Meghan Markle simply doesn't like. But there you go, that's showbiz. But now there's a bigger problem, as one can imagine, particularly if you are Meghan and Harry, because if you think about it, there you are trying to build this major entertainment complex company, Archwell Audio, Productions, whatever. And you know, it's not easy, as I've said to you before. You really need expertise. But seemingly people aren't, well, there long enough to offer their expertise. They might as well turn up on the interview with springs, because eventually they'll just be sprung out, won't they? I'm sure all the desks are on casters so they can be wheeled out even quicker when Meghan gets sick to death of them, which seemingly is getting shorter and shorter. But what's interesting is this, and this is very important regarding their deal, which is literally hanging by a thread with Netflix. Let me explain. To see you, thank you so much as ever for your time. Yes, we'll have a lovely wave. It is interesting, this, because as I say, there was a big fanfare when this was put around. Remember this, Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, a very much celebrated author and has done incredibly well herself. Her books sell very well, and then she must have been absolutely delighted, as any author would be, when Netflix decided to option her book. Now, it was always put out originally that Harry and Meghan had paid the $3 million for the book. Another tissue of lies, the actual copyright, the ownership of that particular screenplay for TV, for streaming, is owned by Netflix and Carly herself. There's a deal. What the deal is for Harry and Meghan is simply to be executive producers. They thought by putting their stamp on something, people might sort of alleviate the problems they had. You know, there's a successful novelist, there's a successful production. Well, as of, well, May, it doesn't seem to have gone into production. It's over a year and a bit now, after much fanfare. There's a lot of routing and stuff going behind the scenes, nothing cast, anything like that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Netflix, but you know, there is nothing in production, right? Here's where it gets even more complicated though, because certain people, and I'll leave you to make out who these people are very concerned about now the association of Harry and Meghan as executive producers, for the simple fact that their, shall we say, toxicity regarding their brand, their name around the world. They feel that this will already make this not a success. Do you understand how this works? Now, you can understand that point of view as well. If these people just garner in negative PR, doesn't matter what stars you've got, what movie, even Kevin Costner's latest movie didn't do well, and he did a lot of promotion for that. So it doesn't matter the name, sometimes that can turn against you. According to sources behind the scenes, this is now a radical rethink as to, can Harry and Meghan be too busy now to undertake this executive producer's role? Another crushing defeat, some say, if this happens for the House of Sussex. But either way, it seems that whatever they touch, particularly in their branding, is not going to be very welcome by those that desperately need the success. And I wish the author, Carly Fortune, all the very best with Meet Me at the Lake. She really deserves it, and it's a shame, isn't it, that you get caught up in these, shall we say, showbiz politics? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.